Alright guys, so this video is finally here. Okay, I ordered the oil kit from FCP Euro. I as always go with the manufacturer's recommendation of 0W20 for my b48 engine, and I'm gonna give you guys a little tutorial on how to change your oil on this platform. It's pretty similar on the b48 as well. Yeah, it's pretty simple, but I'll walk you guys through it for all those that don't know how to do it or we're looking to attempt to change their oil on the b48. And if you guys are new, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out the content we are putting out. I know it's been a while. I actually did get the tints done. Other than that, my stuff's been messing up. I had to get a new jag. I had to get a whole bunch of other stuff so that I could actually bring you guys better videos. Okay, so this is what's in the box. It comes in a bag. It's gonna be the amount of oil you need, and then that's gonna be the filter down there. All right, guys. So the first thing we're gonna do is obviously take these covers off, give us more space. Next, I like to loosen this up to release the pressure and kind of just leave it hanging here, like until we go to pour the new oil in. All right, honestly, this is probably not the right tool, but this is how I get it off. You just want to slowly like work it off until it's ready to pull up. All right, so once you loosen this, it's gonna take a second, and it's kind of hard to get down here. But once you loosen it, you're just gonna pull up, and you're gonna want to keep your towel close and not drop it like me. You're gonna just throw it right on the towel. The filter's supposed to come out with the cap, but it didn't, so I'm gonna have to pull this filter out separately. You can just pull up on the filter, and as you can see, this one's used and fucked up. But yeah, what was stuck in there was this little dimple, and when you pull it out, you'll feel the dimple kind of pop out of place.
Put it back in.
So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna get your pick tool or something that has a point to it, and you're just gonna pull the oil on. And what I like to do is, like, I get some of the oil from the inside and I rub it on the new gasket, and then you're just gonna put it right where you took off the old one from, and then that's done.
It's like a rubber.
All right, so usually I put this in the cap and then put it in, but I'm gonna try something different because I feel like sometimes I miss the little hole down there, you know what I mean? You get it, but you're gonna want to push this down until you feel it go into that little hole, until it's settled, like to where it's not twisting. Now that's on, and you can put the new filter cap on, or you can put the filter cap back on. All right, so the next thing you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to jack up the car enough to where you can slide under and reach the drain plug, so you can drain the oil from the bottom. That should be good. That should be good. All right, guys, as you can see, it's draining from the plug now. I'd wear gloves, and be careful with the splashing, because you will make a mess if you don't pay attention to that. And you let this drain for like 10-15 minutes, and once it's drained, you can put the cap back on. All right, guys, so I'm from underneath the car. Sorry if the filming wasn't like that great. You kind of just break the oil drain plug bolt, and then it comes off, and you just let it fall into the oil pan, and then this seal will fall into the oil pan, and the bolt will fall, and then you're just gonna want to replace this, that way you don't get no oil leaks. And yeah, so right now, as you can see, the oil is actually still draining. It doesn't look like it's like flowing no more, but it's dripping slowly. I like to let it drip a little extra longer, because you'll notice if you try to put the cap on, like the plug on too early, it'll actually be hard, and you'll have like warm to hot, depending on if you drove your car, oil dripping on your hand, and it just makes it a pain in the ass. It makes it frustrating. So just, even if it seems like it's done, just give it a couple extra minutes, and then go ahead and tighten that back up. There is torque specs on it. I'll try to find them, and I'll put them in the description. I don't know them off the top of my head, but I kind of just have a feel for it. So like, it's kind of like hand tight, or like one more like turn tight. And then I'll also let you guys know what size I use to take off my drain plug bolt. All right, guys, so your drain plug bolt is going to be a 17mm socket, and that's pretty much all you need to take that off. And then that little flap, you just kind of pull it down and then it comes off. There's not really anything you need. You could use a flathead because there was a little clip, but honestly I decided to take the clip off because it honestly just gets in the way when you're doing the oil changes. Yeah, but it's good to have just so nothing gets damaged. So still leave the flap on, but the little bolt that does hold the flap up, you don't really need it. You could just tuck the flap. Where the copper O-ring actually goes is on this. What I like to do is hand tighten it first and then actually hit it with the socket. All right guys, so the oil we're gonna be putting in is the SAE 0W20 supplied by FCP Euro. It's liquid moly, and it's actually going to take 5.6 quarts. So you're going to pour this whole thing and a little bit of this. I believe there's measurements right here on the bottle for you to get that 6. But I mean, it's pretty straightforward. This is 5 liters right here. So you're going to pour this whole 5 liters, and then you're going to get a 0.6 liters out of this bottle. I just want to mention this real quick. I like how liquid moly actually gives you this little nipple thing, like whatever this is called. It makes it easier to pour this into there, because like honestly you probably don't even need a funnel if you use this, but usually like with the other brands I've used, like Castro and I forgot the other one, but anyways, it doesn't come with this, so you have to use a funnel and it makes a kind of a mess, or like you gotta be really accurate where you pour the oil in, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna pour the oil in and then talk. All right guys, so what you're gonna want to do now is tighten your cap, put it back on, and then you're gonna go ahead and put your covers back on. They just pop on with the grommets like you did before, and then just make sure this one's on all the way. Sometimes it doesn't go in all the way, but there's just little clips, so you push it down and it should sit like that. And yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how to reset the oil light and explain to you what you need to do after you're finished putting everything back together and closing your hood. All right guys, so now we're in the car. We're gonna reset the service light, and we're gonna actually reset the oil light as well. So you're gonna want to put your car into auxiliary mode, and then you're gonna come over here. You're gonna hold this button down for a couple seconds. Okay, this menu is gonna pop up. You're gonna go to engine oil. You're gonna hold it. You're gonna click it. Oh, let's go back. Engine oil. You're gonna hold it down. Again. Would you like to reset? Yes. Reset successful. And then now you're just gonna turn your car on. Make sure everything's good. Now what we're gonna want to do is go into my vehicle, and then we're gonna go to the side menu. You're gonna go to engine oil level, and then we're gonna measure the oil level to make sure we have enough oil in the car. And we're gonna actually go on a little drive so that the car is able to heat up a little bit. The oil's able to get the temperature, and you can actually measure if you have enough oil in your car or not. And if you need to put a little bit more, you can, because there's actually a little bit more oil left in the kit, to where if you need to top it off right afterward your drive, you can. So I'm gonna go for a little drive real quick, and then I'll come back and I'll show you guys how it resets. All right guys, so after you go for your little drive, it's gonna allow you to hit the start measurement button. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna click through this and make sure your car's, well, it only lets you do with your car on, and then it's gonna measure your oil level and then show you where if it's good or not. As you can see, there's a minimum and a max. We're actually right on the line, so we put enough oil in the engine. This is just a good way to check it and make sure you don't overfill it or underfill it, because it could cause problems with your engine, or you might have to keep topping it off if you underfill it. Alright guys, as always, you know, that's gonna do it for the DIY on how to change your oil on the B48. b46 engine. I believe it is the same on the b58, but there's a whole bunch of other videos on the b58 if you're looking for that content. But if you have a 330i like me, this will work perfect for you. And no, it does not take this 10 minutes it says. I would say it takes about an hour and a half your first try, and then anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes every time after that. Once you start getting into the process, it's very simple. Some tools you're gonna need is a socket wrench. Obviously, you're gonna need a 17mm socket to take the drain port off. You're also gonna need, I believe it's I'm not sure on the size for the oil filter, but I just used a regular open-end wrench to take it off. That's not really the right way, but I recommend doing it however is easiest for you. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. I know I haven't been that consistent, but hey, I'm out here still going to school in the parking lot, banging out content for you guys. You know what I'm saying? So if you're new to the channel, leave a like, comment, subscribe. It's all free. It all helps me out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.